Okay, got all the parts to finish this. The bumper's already on there, as you can see. Speed controller and the controller receiver. The only thing I got to modify, and it's not really modifying, is making a plate. Right here on the back, that's where the old servo used to go, and then a plate went over it, and that's where the speed controller was. So it was a manual one. We're souping it up. We're putting a better one on. We're putting electronic. They have a little better amps and stuff. So I gotta mark it out first. Now I'm gonna take the screws that I took out and put back in. What I'm gonna try to do is wet this. I'm gonna try to wet these down real quick. I mean really wet. Don't know if it's gonna work or not, but if not, I can use tape. I'm gonna set this on there and press. I just want to see if it's gonna make a mark or not. Somewhat it did, but alright, I got that side somewhat. This is just gonna be a rough guess estimate. Alright. That ain't gonna work because that's. I'm gonna try it again. Actually, yeah, it will, because once I looked like it was farther apart, which it is. So, what I'm gonna do, I can make another one of these if I screw up. I got plenty of aluminum. Get yourself a battery. See if one's charged. This bit right here is actually drill, and it then sinks it. Old bit out. Need something to drill against. You know what? I'm gonna do it this way. Now that line's right on. I need one there. One there. This side's going to be a little trickier because it's further out. As long as I line this back up pretty good. Need one there. One there. Alright. You can always take your marks off if you didn't want to. Make sure it looks about right. I'm going to set it on the floor and see if I can drill it. It drills pretty easily, but I just say I clean up the drill then, marks. You gotta figure this is aluminum. Aluminum's pretty soft. So we got our holes, and now we gotta get that cleaned up. Got some sandpaper here. Don't know if that's gonna work or not. I'll try the drill too. I just want to clean the backside up. All I'm doing is trying to take the burr off the back to make it flat. Alright. Now I'll take a sandpaper down here and see. I don't know if I can rub that sandpaper on there or not. I know I can, but actually trying to hold it and do it is going to be a different story. So all I'm doing is trying to do that while tearing a lot of stuff up. If I had something to lay it on. You know what? We're gonna don't try this at home, kids. I bought this bed used anyway, brand new but used. It was display model. And the bed was screwed up. It's my bed anyway. There it is. Cleaned up good enough, guys. Let's see if it fits. Need a screwdriver. We still got the scooter project to do. The 150cc scooter. But for today, this thing is off a little bit. As long as it works, it's all that matters. If we want to make one better, we can make one better later, but I don't think we need to. I need 4 screws that are the same. Should be 4 of them in here. There they are. That one's working. The other one fits. Should have a little bit of play. The other side might be off. I can't tell. I'm going to start with this side because it sits in further. See how close I got that. So close, but yet so far away. I think it's going to work. It's a hair bit off, but I think it will work. Just the holes are off a little bit, but as long as the screws go in and they don't go in crooked, that's good. That's a win. If they go in on an angle like that, that wouldn't be right. It just fits. They're really tight, the holes. It don't have no play. I thought it would. If I made the hole a little bigger, it probably would, but don't want to do that. But there it is. That is on there. Alright, now we need the double-sided whatchamajiggy tape. I know I got a whole bunch. I'm going to try to use the squares I got. Just got to figure out where they are. They were right here. I just used a couple of them. But I moved some stuff, so now I got to find them. Alright, got them. See, all they are is little squares, but it's double-sided tape with foam in the middle. So we need the controller and the receiver now. Need this fancy dancy thing. Make sure I turn it the right way so it don't fall and break. I need this more than anything. Then I got to try to read the directions. I don't read them. They're very good. Look how tiny that thing is compared to the other one. This is your jumper wire. And this is the antenna they give you. They ain't very long. They used to be long. Huh. So we got to figure all that out now. Don't want to near that because that's going to melt. That would melt it. trying to make it so this all fits together and pretty good. And we're gonna go with that. We're gonna take I'm gonna take 2 squares to start. Might only need 1. I'm gonna see if I can tear this square. Yes, I can. A little harder, but it does work. Tear it. Alright. I got all that down. Now I'm going to take the top paper off to show the sticky. Trying to. Alright. And I'll make sure the black and red wires go to the back. You want to make sure it's on there, pressed on there pretty good. Alright. There that is. Now, I'm going to grab 1 square for the other one. There's that one, and I'm going to take the other square that I ripped. Trying to use that too. I want a bigger piece. There. There we go. Not trying to touch it too much, but I was touching it. There it is. It's on there. So we can throw away all the junk, save our squares for next time. Then we got to read the manual to see how it plugs together. Because I really do not know. It should say on the actual receiver part something. And then I got to make an antenna stand. Or I can zip tie it, something like that, or whatever. I'll figure that out. And that writing is so small. I'm going to do the old phone trick. If you guys watched one of my other videos. Couldn't do this. You couldn't do this back in the day. You had to have glasses or get a magnifying glass. But you could take your phone, put it on camera, and it'll actually zoom in. You can go down there and it should read it. I ain't saying this works all the time, but it's going in and out of focus for some reason, and I don't know why. Usually doesn't do that. It's got like chrome type of look on the top. That's the problem. And that ain't gonna help. Well, that's not doing us any good. We're just going to go right to the manual. See, the manual should maybe say something. It says, power on, make sure that the batteries are fully charged. That really shouldn't matter. Make sure the receiver is off. I got below, I got to put this somewhere too so we can turn it on and off. Alright, receiver's off. Move the power button switch to the on position. Connect the power supply to the receiver. See, it's that. Doesn't tell me about binding, because to bind it, you got to take that little. This right here is a binder. You plug this in and it binds it. What it does is makes the receiver and the controller talk to each other. I'm going to try this one more time. Maybe I'll have better luck. I said maybe. I took the picture farther out and I'm going to see if I can blow it up. That didn't work. I got channel 1, channel 2. I'm thinking it's channel 3. See, it shows you a picture, but the freaking picture don't tell you nothing. The power is all the way up. I do know that the way it looks. I'm going to plug this in. It still has some power in it. I'm going to turn this on. That's blinking. That didn't work. At least I don't think so. It's blinking. I got that on. I went ahead and hooked the it says something about model. Maybe you gotta put something about a model in now. It's cool as dang, but fancy dancy. There's usually 2 buttons you gotta push. I thought it was a button. I'm gonna try it again. There's a button back here I gotta push. Maybe. I pushed it. That didn't do it. Well, I don't know why I'm trying that anyway. It ain't hooked up. Duh. No, it did hook something up. No, that's hooked up. That's that power. I'm gonna hook it, and we're gonna move it down to. I'm gonna just move it to another channel and see what it does. Nothing yet. You guys probably would already had this figured out because you can read. Sucks when you can't read. Well, I can't say I can't read. I just don't read very well. I got it all hooked up. Let's try it now. That thing is cool and dang it, but cause I want one, I just can't figure out how to do it. Mikey is getting an awesome controller. We just gotta know how to work it. It's smarter than the average bear. So, alright, I'm gonna stop you guys because you don't want to see all this boring stuff, and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I can't get this to stop beeping, which might be because the batteries are half. This battery's half big, but you can see this 7.2 volt battery is about dead. I did get that to go. Well, it's moving. So just gotta figure out why it's beeping. So that'd drive Mikey crazy. Well, I'm gonna turn it off and turn this off, and we're gonna charge the battery. Actually, I'm gonna charge 2 batteries, but so it's all in there. This is gonna be the end of part 1. So if you liked part 1, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. At least you watch one. And bye till later until part 2 where we can actually drive it.